Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be playing around with some Essence makeup. I know you guys really love these videos and I love filming them. So I was lucky enough to get some PR from Essence. So I did get some new eyeshadow palettes and I also did get a new blush and bronzer palette. I also did get a few more things which I can't show just yet. I'm not allowed to show them until the 15th of this month. So after I film this video, I probably will film another Essence video that would just go up later. But yeah, it's okay because it's just like more eyeshadow palettes and obviously I can't use like 4 eyeshadow palettes today on my face. I was hoping that Essence was going to bring out some more makeup in terms of foundations and concealers. I feel like they don't do that as often. It's always like eyeshadow palettes and lipsticks. So obviously today I won't have like a full face of new products, but since I will be using these and trying them out for you today, I will try to keep this look mainly an Essence look with products I've already tried before. The first palette I've got is called Gday Sydney and this is an eyeshadow palette. It says on the back that it's got colors of the ocean and the rocks, including intense metallic shades with a high shine finish. This is what the palette looks like on the inside. It does come with a mirror as well. We've got some like metallic shimmer shades down here, some mattes. I think that's a shimmer that kind of looks like a satin, and that's a matte. And the next palette I've got is called Hello New York. Again, it comes with a mirror and then we've got like a mixture of shimmers and mattes. I also did get this Hey Cheeks palette and this has blush, bronzer and highlighter in it. Whew, that smells like chemicals. So we do have a highlighter up here. We've got some blushes, a bronzer, and I'm assuming just another bronzer that's kind of shimmery. Maybe you could use it as a highlighter for deeper skin tones. Those are all the new things I did get in PR. All the other things will be stuff that I've maybe tried a few times. I will keep it mostly Essence, like I said before. Some things won't be Essence. I'm just going to go with it and have fun. Before I get into applying the eyeshadow, I will say my first impressions of these palettes are not like exciting. I'm not that excited about them. I feel like they always go for these types of colors and tones, especially this Hello New York one. If you look at it, it's a bunch of cool tones. I feel like they've done this 100 times before, so it doesn't really excite me that much. I'm wondering what the quality is going to be like. Essence shadows can be very hit and miss. It just depends what kind of palette you're using. I don't know, I just feel like the variation is just not that large. Like I really wish they just had some different tones in here. I feel like they always have like 2 of the same tone. Like we've got these 2, one's kind of a shimmer, one's a matte, and then we've got these, one's a shimmer, one's a matte. I just wish they would mix it up a little bit. And then we've got the Gday Sydney palette and I don't know, it just needs some deeper shades in there. There's so many light shades and then there's like one dark matte here. They just really need to add more shades or they just need to change it up a little bit. That's my honest opinion, just looking at the palettes. Like I said before, I did get other PR from Essence that I can't show just yet, but I will say the colors in that kind of collection intrigue me more because I haven't seen them do many colors like that. But yeah, we'll talk about it once we get to that video. So the first product I'm using is not an Essence product, so sorry about that, but I'm still trying this one out and I'm kind of getting a feel for it. I did use it in my last video and probably the video before. So this one is in the shade 2 and I'm using this today because I've used this base with a lot of expensive eyeshadow palettes, but I haven't used it with many affordable palettes. But overall I have been enjoying the eyeshadow base. I'm just going to blend this base out with my beauty blender. I'm going to start off with this eyeshadow palette and I'm going to take the darkest shade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this shade into the crease. I'm packing it straight on top of that wet base. I want to get the most pigmentation. I'm going to do the same to the other eye before this base creases too much. So I've pressed that shade down. It looks very pigmented, probably because it's gone on a very wet, tacky base. I'm just hoping that this will blend out okay, because sometimes when I do this, it doesn't go too well. The shade definitely looks darker on my eye than what it does in the pan. I might just slightly blend these edges, just a tiny bit. I'm going back in with that palette, and now I'm going in with this lighter brown. These palettes kind of smell like chemicals a little bit. This one's not as strong. That face palette though was like really strong. Let's start blending out this edge. That other brown honestly almost looks black on my eye. Again, that brown is definitely looking darker on my eye than what it does in the palette. This eye is looking pretty good, and this eye doesn't look that great. I feel like it's just not blending as well on this eye, but this one is not too bad. I just kind of want to blend out this harshness here. I'm going to take the matte white out of the palette in a smaller brush, and I just want to soften all these edges and just almost highlight that brow bone a little bit. I might put a shimmer there later. My main goal is to kind of blend out these harsh edges here. I'm not sure if it's the base making the shadows look really good or it's just a combination of both, but this eye is so blended. This one wasn't as blended. I had to fiddle around a bit and try to fix it up. I felt like it was like really dark up here, so I've tried to smooth it out a bit. You can tell it's still a little bit dark. Even going over with a little bit of white, it still doesn't look as good as the other side. I think I've decided I want to do kind of like a spotlight eye today, so I'm going to take that really dark brown and I'm going to put this on the outer and inner corner of my eye. I feel like I haven't done one of these in a while, so why not? And so far I've only used the Sydney palette, so I don't know if I'll be using the other one today. If you want to see a video with it, I'd be more than happy to do a video with it. It's not my favorite looking palette, but if you guys want to see it, let me know. I wasn't planning on going this dark today, but when do my looks ever go to plan? And for my lid shade, I'm going to use the green. I'm going to take it on my finger. It is quite a nice green and it's applying nicely with the finger. I've got that green down. I'm actually pretty impressed with it. It went on really nicely with my finger, and even with the brush I felt like it blended out really nicely on the edges. So far I'm a little bit surprised. I don't know, I feel like Essence shadows don't always work for me, and when they do, I am quite surprised. I have had a few that have been pretty good, but there's been a lot that just haven't been that great. But these ones are actually pretty nice, and like I said before, I don't know if it's the eyeshadow base playing a part in it, because the base is wet. Maybe that's just making the payoff really nice, but again, it is blending out pretty nicely. It's not terrible. This eye is not the best, but it's not like the worst work I've ever done. And even this green, I've applied it not wet. I haven't wet my brush or anything. The base was a little bit wet underneath, but it's stuck on really nicely. I'm pleasantly surprised at this point. I think I'm going to go into the face palette and take this highlighter here and just put this on my brow bone. Ooh, that's not wet either. And it's going on. Oh my God, I'm a little bit shook. I am going to do some eyeliner. I've only used this one once before, and this is the Benefit Roller Liner, so I want to try it out again. This eyeliner is honestly so black and pigmented. So I'm going to put on mascara and lashes now. The mascara I'm using is the Essence Instant Volume Boost Mascara. I don't really know how I feel about that mascara. I've probably used it before, but I honestly can't remember. It's just made my lashes really clumpy. So I've put lashes on. I ended up using the BYS 4D Butterfly Lashes, I think they're called. That's what the packaging looks like. The band on these lashes is really, really thick, and you can just feel how heavy they are, and they're quite plasticky as well. They look okay, I guess, but yeah, not my favorite lashes. Probably won't use them again. I'm going to get started on my face makeup. I'll finish off the eyes later on. I'm going to start off with my Fresh and Fit Awake primer. I've used this primer heaps. I reckon it's only half full. I really like how it looks on my skin. I haven't figured out if this is what makes me break out because my skin has been terrible lately anyway, and that's just from I guess hormonal acne because I've gone off the pill. So I really don't know, but I like how it makes my skin look. I look super glowy when I've got it on. By the way, I did actually fill my eyebrows in off camera because I don't know, I find that so boring. For foundation, I'm going to use this Insta Perfect makeup. I think I've only used this once before and I can't even remember what I think of it, so why not use it? It says on here, strong matte effect, waterproof and buildable coverage. This one's in the color 30. It might be too dark, but I'll just bring it down my neck. It'll be fine. I'll just put a few drops straight onto my brush. That has a strong scent as well. Actually, I think this color will be fine, even though it's in the color 30. I really can't remember what I think of this, but at the moment it looks like shit. It really does. It looks so streaky with this brush. I wonder if I liked it last time. You know how sometimes you like things and then you try them again and you're like, why did I like it? It's just very streaky and it's definitely not Insta Perfect. It's like a light coverage. I'm going over with a sponge. It just looks too streaky with the brush. I don't really like this foundation, so I'm going to use a little bit of my Essence 2-in-1 Makeup and Concealer. This one's in the color 30 Honey, and I believe this is discontinued, unfortunately. And it's such a shame because I really do like this one. I do have, I think, another bottle or 2 bottles in my drawer still, and I like using them for work. I don't know why they got rid of this one because I really did like it. This shade's a little bit darker, which I don't mind because I need a bit of color. For my concealer today, I'm going to use my Camouflage concealer. There's really not much left in here, so I'm going to try and scrape it out. This one is in the shade Light Ivory. I've used this concealer so much. There's barely any left. I really need to pick up another one. If you're after a really good, affordable concealer, definitely pick this up. It's like only a few dollars, I'm pretty sure. It's not the fullest coverage, but it's also not light. It's like a good medium. To set my face today, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the colour Fair Light. I won't use an Essence one only because they are a little bit too dark for me at the moment because I'm so pale. I do have this Get Picture Ready contouring palette, but the shade in here is just going to be too dark, especially for like my under eyes. I did smack a bit of powder all over only because I've been super oily lately, and that's just because I've been off the pill. Like I said before, my hormones are going crazy. I'm just going to brush this off. Unless you want to leave it on, that's up to you. So now is the time I'm going into this Hey Cheeks palette. I am going to start off with the bronzer in here. I might mix a bit of this shimmery one in with it, but we'll just see what this looks like on its own. So far so good. It's blending out really nicely. It is very warm on my skin anyway. It is warm in the pan as well, but I feel like bronzers and that can look different on everyone. I'm going to bring some onto my cheeks as well. Just want to warm up my face a little bit. So I do have quite a lot of texture right here, so if it does look muddy, that's probably why. I've got some like really painful under the skin pimples, kind of like cystic acne, I guess, and everything just kind of looks patchy over them. I'm going to take a little bit of that shimmer bronzer shade and just run this over. For blush, I'm going to take this color and I'm just using the same brush. So far, I really do like this blush. It has like a nice kind of glow to it as well. I'm going to clean up this area just because my texture really makes it look messy. And last from this palette, I'm going to use the highlighter. I'm quite impressed with this highlighter. It's funny because it doesn't look like anything spectacular in the pan, but once you put it on, it's really beautiful. I think Jared's home. I'm just going to quickly finish off my lower lash line. I'm going to start off with that really dark brown. And I'm just going to smoke it out with that lighter brown. I'm going to put some mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm actually going to take my Maybelline Sensational mascara. That other one started transferring everywhere, so I don't really want to risk it. Every time I blinked, it started like going down here. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going back in with that highlight and I'm going to put some on the inner corner. I just feel like this spotlight eye is making me look so tired. And for my waterline, I'm going to use a brown pencil. This is the designer brand Pigment Plus Water Resistant Retractable Eyeliner. And this one's in the color Chocolate Shard. My lips are so dry, so I'm going to go for a gloss today. I'm going to start off with my good old Essence lip liner in the color Satin Mauve. And for my lip color, I'm going to use this Essence Color Boost Vinylicious Liquid Lipstick. And this one's in the color Woody Rosy. So I think I'm done. This is my makeup look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. I really do like this makeup look. I think the eye makeup turned out really nice. A lot darker than what I had envisioned in my mind. That green shadow on the lid is absolutely beautiful. It is so gorgeous. I know majority of the makeup I did use today was makeup I've used before. Some of it I can't even remember what I thought of it initially. I'll be honest, I was very surprised of how these shadows applied to my eyes today. I've got no idea if that had anything to do with the eye base, but overall I'm happy and it applied nicely. If you guys have used these palettes before and you've had a bit of trouble, definitely try out a wet base and see what happens, because I feel like they were really pigmented, and like I said, that green is absolutely gorgeous. I think all I've got to say today is I really wish that Essence would branch out a bit with their color range in terms of their eyeshadows, also their foundations, because their foundation line in terms of coloring is just not on. Like, it needs more shades. I know it's a cheaper brand, but they need to be more inclusive with their foundations, concealers, and obviously face palettes, because this is only going to suit like fair people. We don't have any face palettes for really deeper skin tones. I don't think. I haven't seen any anyway. But other than that, I did really like this face palette as well. I feel like it looks really nice on my skin. The bronzer is very warm toned, so keep that in mind if you don't like warm toned bronzers. I like them, so no issue for me. The highlighter is absolutely gorgeous as well. It doesn't look like much in the pan, but once you apply it, it looks really nice. I didn't wet it or anything either, and I didn't wet the green shadow. But anyway, before I go, don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment down below, subscribe, and hit the bell button if you guys want to be notified every time I upload new videos. I have so many videos planned, so please stick around, and I'll see you guys really soon in my next one. Bye.